Welcome to the Travel Tidbits Podcast, hosted by me, Jamie Weitl, travel advisor and owner of Pineapple Escapes Travel. Join me as I share the latest travel news, top destinations, and expert tips for the savvy traveler. Because after all, travel makes life sweeter. Welcome back to the Travel Tidbits Podcast, where we're all about sharing tips, stories, and the insider scoop to make your next getaway sweeter. I'm your host, Jamie Weitl, agency owner of Pineapple Escapes Travel, and today I'm so excited to welcome one of my favorite people in the industry, Sue Kitsemble, our business development manager with ALG Vacations. Sue, one of the reasons that we are able to offer our clients all these extra perks and exclusive promotions and do all sorts of fun things like go to Punta Cana this year is because of our partnership with different suppliers, and ALGV is one of our best suppliers, and we absolutely love working with you. So, Sue, I'm so glad to have you here, and welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here. I love talking about travel.
I know you do.
I've been doing this forever. And first and foremost, congratulations on all your success, especially with us. I know that you have a lot of choices of vendors to pick and who you choose to be a preferred supplier. And being that you made Diamond Elite with us this last year and you're continuing that venture, it really solidifies how you believe in us and trust us. So congratulations on all your success. And the fact that all of your advisors really invest themselves in working with us, learning with us, completing certification courses, things like that. So thank you very much.
Oh, well, thank you, Sue. And then we obviously couldn't do it without you. Like, part of what I decided when I opened Pineapple Escapes was I was going to really focus on how I could help people have great experiences and great vacations. And that is one of the reasons why I love ALGV, is because we've developed such a great relationship with you. And I feel like when our clients do have issues or something comes up, we always have support from you guys, and you guys always have our back. And that really means a lot and is very helpful to us as an agency and really supportive for our clients as well.
Well, I mean, I'm thrilled to be working for a company that really supports and gives me all the support to make our relationship successful and for us to deliver what we say we're going to deliver. I mean, that's one of our mottos. I mean, service first. And you are our clients, and we want to make sure that the experience is what your expectations, what expectations you have. So thank you.
Yeah, I love that. So I think we can't really get started until we talk a little bit about your background, which I think is just fascinating. So let's talk a little bit about how you got into the industry, your background in the industry, and how you're still here at ALGV.
Sure. So many, many, many years ago, I worked in retail while I was going to school, and my boss actually knew I had a love for travel. And so she introduced me to an owner of a travel agency in the town I grew up in Illinois. And so started working in the travel agency and worked as a travel advisor for 18 years. So loved curating itineraries, working with people, helping them out. And I belonged to a lot of organizations back in the day. There was Caribbean Tourism Organization that really was strong in the Chicago market. And I was on the board and met who was one of my mentors, worked for ALG Vacations at the time. And she was looking for a business development manager. And I loved what I did. And I didn't even think about doing anything like that. But she drew me in, and I applied for the job, and they offered it to me. And I said yes. And that was in 1996. I can't even believe I'm saying that, 1996. And I have been with ALG or ALG Vacations all that time. So ALG Vacations evolved into ALG Leisure Group. We're a family of companies that turned into ALG Leisure Group Vacations, which we are now. And so as far as the evolution of travel and working, I really felt connected because I came and had a travel agent background. So that really helped me in understanding what you as advisors go through. And when you do call me or what you need me for are really all the priorities and all the principles I put in on my day-to-day duties and what I do to help you, grow your business. That's really what I'm here for. So to say that, yeah, I just celebrated officially 28 years. I took a little pause, but yeah, 28 years with the company is amazing, and love to see all the things that have happened through the years, but in a really, really great way. So working with companies like yours is my dream come true. Somebody that is trying to grow their business and learn about new aspects within the industry is really my jam. And I know we'll talk a little bit more about some things that we've done a little bit later on, but it's been great. So that's where I am, and I love doing what I do, and I can't say when I'm going to stop because I really do enjoy doing everything that I get to do on a daily basis.
Yeah. And so I've only been in the industry for about 10 and a half years. So I'm a baby in the industry compared to you, but I feel like that's really been very valuable to me as an agent and now as an agency owner to have people like you who are willing to talk to us newbies about what it's like in the industry. And even in the last 10 years, like I've seen some of the transition with Mark Travel and Apple Vacations and the different changes. And even post COVID, like travel is constantly evolving, constantly changing. And it's such an interesting field to be in. And so your background and your knowledge base is just fascinating to me. And being able to hear about it and share those experiences, I think really helps those of us who are growing in the industry and kind of up and coming in the industry learn more and understand more and value our industry even more. So I think it's great. And I hope you never quit. So
Thank you.
That's my hope.
Well, and even in talking about the company, I mean, we were a family-owned company. The Mullen family owned us for years and years. And then we were sold, and now we are part of Hyatt. And it's a great culture and a great company to work for. And they just continue to give us the resources and the tools and helping us to grow as a company. So it's really worked out well. And I know that our commitment is to you, the travel advisors and travel agents. A lot of people think that you're going to go away, but honestly, with the current environment and the way that travel is, it's not as easy as it used to be. So you need somebody that has the experience to maneuver through and give you all that little information, that little insider tip in order to make the experience so much better. So your agents and your agency has such a great way of working with your clients, and you're so detail oriented, and you make sure that that you're transparent about everything that they're going to go through. And that's what really makes you successful. And that's really contributed to your success.
Oh, thanks, Sue. But I think too, a lot of that is just desire. And people say that all the time, like travel agents aren't going to exist. They've been saying that for years. And it's just not true. People are always going to value people, especially agents who are well-educated, well-versed, who understand what they're selling and can help decide which of these 400 resorts is the right one for me. That takes a lot of training and a lot of talent to be able to do well. And yes, there are a lot of agents in the industry that it has become a card mill in some ways. You definitely have to find an agent who you can trust and who has that knowledge. But that's one of the things that I am most proud of at our agency is that we are those people. We are training. We are on the ground. We are constantly learning. So let's get back to your position just a little bit. So you're technically our business development manager. So you help us grow our business, but you're also an incredible support to our team. So let's talk a little bit about like what your role actually is and how you help us.
Sure. So I wear a lot of hats in addition to working with you as the business owner and making sure that you're on track for the goals that you want to meet and everything. Training is highly important, making sure that we provide the tools that are needed for travel advisors to have a seamless experience. So as far as me training about our policies, procedures, and our technology, we own a technology company. I need to brag about that a little bit. So VAX, which is the system that we use, we're constantly making sure that we are so up to date with that. But recommendations and suggestions by you, the advisors, we're always making enhancements to make your life a lot easier to make those bookings for your clients. So we do not only virtual trainings, but we schedule personal trainings, in-person trainings as well. You were gracious enough to put time aside, and we got to travel together with some of your team to go to the Dominican Republic in February, which was unbelievable. Got to see a hotel that was transitioning into a family resort from an adult all-inclusive, but people think we're just having fun all the time, right? That we're
we
just
do have
traveling
fun,
and sitting on the beach and drinking pina coladas, but we were sweating a little bit, and we were going and visiting actual hotels and looking at different room categories, looking at space for weddings, or making sure that a hotel fits maybe the demographic of your clients, what the food tasted like. We experienced those things for a few days. Also got to transition over to another very popular area, La Romana, in the Dominican Republic, because we're in Punta Cana. But La Romana, just a 45-minute drive, kind of a different experience, a different feel. We jumped on a catamaran and went over to Sanoa Island. So was able to experience that and see what that area was like as well. So working on bringing people to destination, giving them not only the personalized and the experience themselves, but also training while we're doing that as well. And then just day-to-day troubleshooting, like if there's an issue, and just issues with our res system, or just trying to change something and the hotel's not cooperating. I've got all kinds of backup and support to escalate those things. And being that your agency is a diamond and an elite agency with us, we have special resources and special teams that work with you as well. So I think having those things in place really help make it a lot easier. But our technology too, and making sure, and the commitment that your advisors have made to doing our certification program and everything to make sure that they're up to speed and they can literally do everything. So we have a lot of different departments. We've got an education team. I've got a support team. We've got pre-travel teams, post-travel teams. We've got a lot of resources for you too that I get to work with. So hopefully that says a lot of what I do.
Yeah,
I don't even know if that's everything that I do.
I don't think it is, but it's hard to encompass all that you do because you do so many different things and you fill so many different roles to help all of the agencies and their agents grow. And I think that that's one of the things that I have decided when choosing which suppliers I want our team to work with is I want those that will have our back. And so if there are things that come up, I know that I have you to go to and that we will figure it out. It may not be immediate. It may not be exactly the perfect solution, but we will figure it out and it will be okay. And I think that makes a world of difference. And I really think that's why people still do use a travel advisor, because they understand that when you're just clicking through some random website to book, you don't have that support system behind you. And when you book with Pineapple Escapes, not only do you have your agent, plus me as the agency owner, plus all of our suppliers that we connect with behind you, you also have this great support team behind you as well. So no matter what is happening, we will figure it out. We will get it solved in some way. And you have that behind you, and you just can't get that when you're booking on a random website.
Well, and I'm so fortunate because I've been in the industry for a lot of years, but there's so many different hotel partners that we deal with, and we've got, a preferred list. But the other thing is that I can connect you with those BDMs directly that can help you with those special requests and making sure that everything's just the way that a client expects it to be when they get into destination too. So for example, next week, I have some hoteliers flying in from destination that we're going to go and do some events together in Iowa and some of the outlying areas, bringing them to advisors so that, you can be educated. And so that's important as well, is you building those relationships with those hotel partners. And I know you have a lot of those relationships already. And like anything, I mean, this is a very personalized business. It's no different than your hairdresser who you know and trust, and you know that they're going to get your hair done right every single time and that they understand what your needs are. That's the kind of relationship that your advisors build with the clients to know what they expect. And after years and years, they know what to recommend too without them even asking or doing any research. Every brochure is going to look beautiful. Every hotel is going to make their hotel look the best.
Yeah.
But when you get there and you see it firsthand, your advisors know the ones that maybe
really
look
do
that
look
way,
the best.
but some of them don't look that way too.
Yeah. And I think that that's really, I call it our sandals on the ground approach. Like, I really think, it makes a difference that we have been there. We have been in destination. And I mean, a big thank you to ALGV and to you for our Punta Cana trip, because our agents learned so much from that experience and being able to tour the hotels. There's nothing like being able to send clients to hotels that you have personally either stayed at or toured, where you can tell them, no, you have to eat here or try this drink at this bar. That's what really makes using a travel advisor priceless. And really, you're not paying any more than you would pay if you were booking direct. So there's just so many positives there. And I think ALGV also makes things fun as well. So like, we have conferences like the Ascend conference. There's so many fun things. We get a Diamond Award trip every year that we get to go on. So we have all of these opportunities to meet people in person. And I've said time and time again, the industry is really about connections and relationships. And we have lots of opportunities with ALGV to do that. And I think that's really priceless as well.
Well, and it's cool that your team does take advantage of a lot of the trips that we do offer, and we try to get them on as many as we can. And then you all come together and share those experiences, because not every single one of us can go to every single destination and hotel. It's impossible. But collectively as a group, just think of the knowledge. And there's a value to the knowledge and the time and the effort and the money that all of you put in to learn and go to these destinations to share with your clients. And that, like you said, is absolutely priceless. And that's where the value is, because going online, just looking at pictures of hotels or reading other people's comments, that's not always the truth. I mean,
no, it definitely is not. We know that firsthand for sure. Like, we see it. We get in the trenches. We see it all. And I think we can match people with the right fit. Like, some people want more of a party vibe. Some people just want to relax. Some people want to go. It really just depends on what you're looking for. And that's what we're here for, is to help with all of those things. So I also have to give a shout out. Sue, you also gave me the opportunity to be on the ALGV board. And that has been such an amazing experience for me. And I think that as a whole, the Hyatt Corporation and Apple Leisure Group Vacations helps us to provide feedback and actually listens, which is something we don't see in all industries or with all suppliers. And so I'm really grateful for that opportunity and to be able to give back in that way, to be able to help as we continue to grow. And I mean, we just have 5 new Dreams, Secrets, Hyatt Vivid properties that were released this week with the new merger. So lots of new things happening. So I guess we should probably touch on that just a little bit. But it's great to have those opportunities to kind of help you guys grow as well.
Well, and we really value you as the advisors to help us. I mean, and I'm the eyes and ears too. So ideas or things that come to me, I do a weekly sales report. So all of our executives can see what's going on in our territories and things that people suggest. Like we do groups. I mean, group business is huge for us. We have the best group technology that's out there to support you as the advisor to do a group. But more importantly, it helps you to share that information. Let's say if you're doing a destination wedding, to very easily give the bride and groom a list of who's already made their reservations or when they're coming, when they're going, what they're doing. We have a custom events page that you can now build for your clients that gives them the opportunity to make their own bookings, but more importantly, to talk about yourself, because the guest may not know you, the bride and groom may know you or one of your advisors, but not everybody's going to know you. So you can talk about yourself and then talk about the event and what's going to go down and what to expect when they get there and things like that. So that idea came from a travel advisor to say, what if? And we love that. And so we always have a list going of things that we can improve and always get better. So just that fact, and like someone like yourself, 10 years in the industry, you're still kind of a baby with us because, yes. But we like the mix of that with some of our veterans for you to all come together and help us as a company with ideas of what we can do to help. So yeah, it's all about us all growing together.
Yeah. And I think that I have learned so much from some of the veteran agents who have been around a long time. I think it's nice to have that good mix of both worlds to kind of see, where we're going, what the future's going to look like, but to remember those lessons that have already been learned as well, because there's definitely plenty of those out there as well.
Well, let's exactly. And go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, and, our core values, it's about being kind to yourself, being kind in travel. We do a kindness conference. So we've got people that are under 40 that attend the conference. And then we've got a group that's 20 plus years experience. So I know that
I don't fit either.
Sorry, but I know one of your advisors does. So yes. We're thrilled that she'll be attending our kindness conference in July. And I think it'll be a game changer for her. I've heard fabulous things. Like I said, our culture and our company is great, but we have some great speakers coming and things like that. So not only do we enjoy traveling, and then they will travel to attend the conference, but we do try to bring other components to light for people to grow within themselves as they're growing as a business person too.
So Sarah Kalina is our agent who is going to get to go on the kindness conference, and I'm so excited for her. So I'm over 40 and I don't have 20 years in the industry, so I don't fit, but Sarah does. And I'm so excited for her to get to go. But I do think that's another really big positive is not only are you supporting the agency, but you're supporting our agents. You're trying to build them as well. And I love that piece of it. There are just so many good things and so many positives in this industry that I think sometimes get overlooked. But let's talk about something a little bit more fun. So part of your job is also traveling, which we got to go to Punta Cana, which we've talked about, but you get to travel all the time. So let's talk about some of the trips that you've been on this year so far, what the rest of the year looks like for you and where you're going.
So fortunate enough, I've been maybe one trip a month. I'm out of the country right now. So that's been a lot of fun. Reward trips, familiarization trips, things like that. One of the places that a lot of people don't talk about, and I absolutely love it, is Puerto Vallarta. It's on the Pacific side of Mexico, very traditional Mexican community, cobblestone streets downtown, cute church, a Malacan area. When you're there, 11 o'clock at night feels like 11 o'clock in the morning. It's just so like active and bright, and families are out, and it's really great. But that destination's known for their gastronomy. So I've been there a couple of times this year already, staying at a luxury resort, Grand Velas, which I absolutely love. That was probably my fourth time there. Great family resort, but also for couples, very high end. And then most recently, Secrets and Dreams Bahia Mita, which was really an amazing experience. So food by far is amazing there. Like I said, the destination in itself, really cute. Got to visit another property, which was called Villa Premier, only 82 suites right in downtown Puerto Vallarta. Food, amazing. You could do EP or all-inclusive. So, I feel like I've been eating since the beginning of the year. Probably not the best. So I've been getting up walking at 6 every morning now, at least 2 or 3 miles a day to try to get that all off. So that was amazing, and excited to be going to Cabo in July. I haven't been to Cabo since 2020. Just before the world stopped was my very last trip to Cabo. So going to go there and see some hotels I've never seen before. Hard Rock, and where else are we going? Cabo, which is kind of a cool vibe. We're going to see the Fiesta Americana. So looking forward to doing that as well. But yeah, we're very fortunate. I get to go to Europe, get to go to Caribbean, Mexico, have been everywhere. So really, really thrilled that I have the opportunity and I get paid to do this.
Yeah. And us too, because one of the things that I also think is nice is then you will summarize for us and tell us the highlights of where you've just been. So for different properties that I haven't been to yet, for example, I haven't been to the Grand Velas in Puerto Vallarta. So that's very interesting to me to then take your knowledge to be able to put into my knowledge bank for maybe the right potential client down the road that might be the perfect fit for that. So I love having your expertise and your travel background to tap into as well. And then when all of our agents are traveling, not only do we have the whole Pineapple Escapes team, but we also have our suppliers that we can turn to when I had a question the other day about something and I'm like, let me talk to my contact with the company and then I will get right back to you. And within an hour and a half, I had the answer I needed and was able to convey that to the client. So if I don't know, if I haven't personally been there, we have those connections. And I think that really helps us.
And then the highlight, and I think you've been to this resort too, was Impressions Isla Mujeres, which I was like,
it's so pretty.
I've traveled all over. I didn't even feel like I was on an island off the coast of Cancun. I felt like I was in the Maldives or Greece with this crystal clear turquoise water. It was absolutely amazing. Most Instagrammable hotel by travel advisors, second year in a row. And now I understand why. The rooms are fabulous. The food is incredible. The staff is amazing. And I think I don't watch White Lotus, but everybody says it's like a White Lotus moment when you come over in this gorgeous catamaran and the staff is just standing there waving hello, and then they wave goodbye when you leave.
You need to watch White Lotus too. It's really
oh my gosh. And then I just have to rave about, I had goat cheese, ice cream. It was, oh my God. I have to go back just for that because I've never seen it. And I don't know if I'll ever experience it anywhere else ever again. It was amazing.
That is probably one of my new favorites as well. Mike and I have stayed at both of the Impression properties, the one that is part of Moshe. So Secrets Moshe has an Impression building on site. I really love that property as well. But Impression Isla Mujeres is next level, exactly like Sue describes, just gorgeous. We loved it there. We were only there 3 or 4 nights and we could have stayed a week. We just loved it. So,
What's so cool about it is, instead of flying 15 hours, right, to go to Asia or some of these other places, you can fly from Chicago, it's a little over 3 hours, 3 to 3.5. And it is a transfer and a boat ride, but I mean, the catamaran, they serve you champagne and stuff, so it's great.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just really a memorable experience that you'll never, ever forget. So yeah, I mean, the Impressions brand is really a game changer for sure.
Yeah. I can't wait till we get some more impressions. So
Me too.
I'm excited. But on our catamaran, we were actually on with the GM of Secrets Cap Cana in Punta Cana. So I have a picture and we talked with him, and it was so great to make that connection. Usually you're on a private catamaran, depending on what time of day it is. But we were on with him, and that was just such a neat experience too. And he asked me what my favorite property was in the Dominican Republic. And I just luckily said Secrets Cap Cana. And then he was like, oh, I'm the GM there. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, for once in my life, I said the right thing at the right time. But it was just neat to make that connection. He was going over to tour the property. I guess there might be some talks of maybe something happening in Punta Cana at some point. So I'm
sure.
keeping my fingers crossed there. So.
The development there is incredible. And especially with Hyatt, there's a lot of development going on throughout. And the cool thing about the Dominican is now you have all these different areas, just like Cancun. Cancun, you have Riv Maya. Now you have Tulum and Akumal. You have Costa Mujeres. You have Isla Mujeres. So you can go to fly into the same airport, but have 5 different experiences, in destination. Same with Dominican now. So you've got Cap Cana, which is 15 minutes down the road. Again, that Secrets is one of my favorites. My last, big birthday, I celebrated there. That's where I chose Smolier, private wine room dinner. It was fantastic. Yeah. But you have La Romana, which is 45 minutes away. You have Bavaro Beach, which is about 30 minutes. Alto Vero, and then you have La Romana, and then you have Michis. So, I mean, you have all these different experiences. Michis is going to be about an hour and a half north of Punta Cana Airport, but the beaches, I saw pictures, they look fabulous, and I can't wait for us to see it in November.
Yes,
honestly.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be great.
Yes. Yeah, so many fun things and so many nice pieces. So we've kind of hit on how our relationship, Pineapple Escape's relationship with our suppliers really is beneficial to our clients. But let's talk about that a little bit more. I always like to say that our partnership is our power move. That's really what sets us apart from someone booking directly, is we have this support system. But let's talk about your thoughts on how our relationship really benefits our clients.
Sure. So, as a diamond account with us, you do have the ability to create or request an exclusive promo code that's only available to your clients through Pineapple Escape. And you know the strategic times and when we've got great savings that you can layer onto that and offer an additional discount to your client. You also get insider information when we are having special sales, when we have special experiences with Partner of the Month and so forth. You also know extra added values that we offer with certain hotels or certain hotel partners, like nonstop transfers at no additional cost that would cost them extra normally, or discounts for spa or private dining experience, or even Club Mobay. That's about $160, $180 value. Certain hotels give it complimentary. Only you would know that. The clients don't know that. Right. You know that. So there are a lot of times where you know that, gosh, by them only paying an extra $40, they're going to go from a tropical view to an ocean view or get a better room category. So that's the value of booking through your agency and your advisors, that you are aware of all of those things. The consumer would never see any of that stuff or know those things without digging in. So you really have access to a lot of insider information that we provide to you, and we want to make sure that you have all of that before it even happens.
Right. I completely agree. And I think that's really the benefit of, for an agency like us being Diamond Elite with ALGV, is we are able to really deep dive and understand the ins and outs of all of the different components. We know if you need a private transfer. We know if you need Travel Protection Plus. We know what you need and can help direct you in the right place. So I think that is such an added value. I feel like our agents take such pride in matching our clients to the right resort, to making sure that they fully understand what they're getting. If they're buying insurance that is full travel credit, they understand that that means they'll have a travel credit to use within 13 months. Or if they're buying the cash back insurance, that means they're fully refundable. There's so many different little pieces that unless you're in the industry working on this day in and day out, and especially working with the same suppliers day in and day out, it's really hard to understand all of the little details that really make using a travel agent who has these relationships so valuable.
Oh, absolutely. And even like comparing, directing people on which carrier to choose or how to make their budget work, the value of the travel insurance to give them peace of mind. All of those components make a big deal. But the other thing is, like for Dominican Republic, you have to fill out what they call an electronic ticket. The normal consumer, I can't tell you how many times I'm at the airport getting ready to check in for my flight. And these people, the airline's like, you're not bored. You can't check in unless you fill out this form. Only going through an advisor would you give them that heads up that they need to do it, because not everybody reads everything and they didn't know to click on that link and do that. And honestly, they can't get on the plane unless they have that filled out. So there's so many of those things going on right now, in many different destinations, visas and things like that. That's why you want to use a travel advisor too.
Right. I mean, you definitely want to protect your investment. I mean, if you're spending thousands of dollars on a vacation, you don't want it to be awful, and you want to make sure that it's protected if something crazy happens or who knows what. You want to make sure that those vacation dollars are protected. So I think
it blows my mind. People go online and they just give their credit card for it and pay all this money, and they don't know who's on the other end or what they're booking, if it's really what they should. I mean, and it doesn't cost the consumer or your clients a penny more to book through you versus booking online themselves.
Right.
That's the big thing. So,
yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. So let's kind of end on a fun note. So if you could jump on a plane right now and go anywhere for a long weekend, where would you go?
So if it's a long weekend, I'd go back to Impressions Isla Mujeres.
Yes.
But I would, Italy has always been on my bucket list, but that would need to go for longer than a weekend. But like maybe flying to Paris or London for a weekend, I think would be fun.
Yeah.
I love the Caribbean. It's just so easy to get to so many places. So
Huatulco's on my list too.
Huatulco's amazing. You can go nonstop from Rockford, and you better get on a plane this winter season and get there so that you can experience it, because it's great. There's just so much to do there. It's fabulous. So those would be on my list. What's on your list?
Oh gosh. Well, I mean, of course, I like Cancun, Punta Cana. I like anything with nonstop flights, and with ORD right here, that's not hard, but I think you make a great point with the Rockford flights. So if you're from the Midwest and using any of my Midwest agents, we have exclusive nonstop flights that we can book for you out of Rockford to Cancun, Punta Cana, and this year to Huatulco, specifically during that busy winter season when all you want to do is get away from the snow. So that's definitely something to think about as well. Rockford is so easy, so easy. So that's definitely a great perk, but I'll go anywhere. I mean, everywhere in the world is on my bucket list. So that's a really hard question for me too.
Well, I know you were in Costa Rica, and I love Costa Rica. I've been there several times and actually went to Nicaragua from Costa Rica because, we were close enough that we could do a day trip there, and that was fascinating too. So those tips, only a travel advisor would know that those options are available. to
Absolutely.
clients. Yep.
Yeah. And that's why we do what we do, and because we love it. I mean, if you can't tell from our voices, we love what we do. We're passionate about travel, and we want to help people to have the best vacations. That's really at the heart of what we do. And Sue, it has been great talking to you today. I have appreciated your insight and expertise so much, both on the podcast and outside the podcast. You've helped us grow so much here at Pineapple Escapes, and we appreciate you so very much. And I appreciate you joining me for this. I know our listeners have a much better idea now of what ALGV stands for, what you do for us, and what our supplier relationship looks like. And we work with our suppliers hand in hand to create stress-free, great vacations for our clients. So to our listeners who are listening today, if you're ready to plan a trip, please reach out. Reach out to your favorite Pineapple Escapes agent, or you can contact us at info@pineappleescapes.com, and we will help match you with the perfect agent for your trip. We love to help you travel better. And until next time, remember, travel makes life sweeter. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Travel Tidbits Podcast, where we believe travel makes life sweeter. The team at Pineapple Escapes Travel would love to help you plan a trip filled with lasting memories. Visit us online at www.pineappleescapes.com to start planning your next adventure.